out here for Netbook News, and I'm down here in a grocery store in Canada. And you gotta ask, what am I doing in a grocery store in Canada that would have to do with tech? Well, if you remember in January, I went down to Intel's headquarters in Portland to see what the AppUp team was up to. I got to talk to the validation team. And the one thing that I remember from talking with them that didn't go on camera was the fact they said, hey, you're going to Canada for the Olympics? And I said, yeah. And they said, you know, we don't have ketchup chips. And they asked me to send them a bunch of ketchup chips. And so then I got to Vancouver, and, well, then I forgot. Because, well, the validation team isn't as fun as this. Or this. But Intel this week announced a $1 million AppUp fund to spur innovation in netbook application development. And it got me thinking. Because of the dollars for downloads, it's going to become a very attractive fund for a lot of netbook developers out there. I think if you have a free app, you get $2 per download and up to $5,000. And if it's a paid app, $2 per download, up to $25,000. I've actually written a whole blog article about it. So if you go to netbooknews.com and search Intel AppUp, it should be one of the, I think it should be the top 1 or 2 blog articles there, or the $1 million fund Intel AppUp. Anyways, it's on the website. You can get all the details there. Or obviously, you could go to Intel's website to get all the details right from them. You don't have to read my article. But nothing's for free, Intel validation team. What I want to see you guys validate first are applications around geotagging. Because I was here in Vancouver for the Olympics, I went and asked around. I said, hey, what do you guys want to see on your netbooks? What software and applications are you looking for? And a lot of people said, you know, I don't actually know where I am, so how do I know where I want to go? I'm like, well, that's kind of fair enough. I'm constantly lost as well. Boingo actually has a feature called Locate Me on their website. So if you're looking for a Boingo location to get online on their network, you can just click Locate Me and it'll triangulate your position, and then you can see what's around you. So if someone would come up with an app like that, if you get that out the door real quick so that you could see exactly where you are online and then see what's around you, restaurants, reviews, points of interest, that would also be great. I also asked them, I said, hey, but you know, there's like Foursquare, and there's a lot of geotagging and geolocation stuff already out there, and I'm on the same boat as these people, that I think that geolocation on your phone's a little bit creepy. I know it's kind of the same thing on your netbook, but at least I feel like I'm opting in. At least I feel like I'm opening it up, and that my netbook isn't online all the time, and that someone couldn't hack it and track me. I mean, I don't have a lot of crazy ex-boyfriends, but at the same time, as a single woman, I would like to try to maintain some sort of fantasy of, you know, keeping my location relatively safe and me relatively safe. So, geolocation on netbooks, it seems a little bit more appealing to the average person because, you know, most people don't have fancy phones, but they still want to know where they are and what's going on around them. And we just had a new development in the sending the Intel AppUp team ketchup chips. This is Gord, and he works for Old Dutch, and he's actually going to give you guys a case of ketchup chips. So we're down here at Canada Post, and we're getting ready to mail off this box of Old Dutch ketchup chips that Gord gave us, and he actually let me know that you can go to their website and you can order a box of chips any flavor you want if you're in the US. So have no fear, you don't need to have a nice Canadian mail you a bag of chips. You can actually go down and you can fill your boots on the Old Dutch website and order your own. But I'm still going to mail them to you even though you can order them. But validation team, one more thing that I want to add that people want to see, and if you could validate it right away before all the other ones that come in, are applications to get around Windows 7 starter limitations. There are a lot of programs out there that will allow you to do a second monitor or to skin your desktop so that you can have your own personalized background. Here's one right now for skinning your desktop. So you can go ahead and do that, but it's a little pricey at $24. So, you know, if somebody comes across an app that's cheaper than 24 bucks just to skin your desktop, just to put your own photos on the background, validate that first. So, Windows 7 starter limitations, and also, virtual NAS. People want to see, people want to do file sharing on home networks wherever they are. And so if there's some sort of NAS software as an app, that'd also be great. So those are just a few tips for you, validation team. Actually, not tips. They're more like pleasant requests for me sending you Ketchup chips that I would like to see validated first. So, this is Nicole Scott from Netbook News, trying to share the love of Canadian ketchup chips.